This is Hugo George here, filling in for Top Class, Paparazzi, and the whole JNN family. Top Class deep in the shot right now. Paparazzi somewhere mixing with baby bottle.
Shooting some pictures.
Yeah. Today, I am here with Mr. Trevor Ferguson. He's a member of One Family Junkanoo organization, and most importantly, he's also Sergeant First Class Marine.
Army. He's Army.
And he's a part of the U.S. Army, and he's been serving in Afghanistan. That's right, right? Afghanistan.
Yeah, Afghanistan.
Yeah, and he's traveled all the way from Afghanistan to rush in the two parades, Boxing Day 2012 and New Year's. New Year's
2012.
2012. Happy New Year, my brother.
You too, Hugo.
Welcome back home.
Ain't no place like home, trust me. Trust me. And I'm glad to be back home.
Yeah. So tell us about some of your experiences in Afghanistan. What do you do?
Well, trained the Afghan border police. And that there is an adventure unto itself.
I can imagine.
I mean, you can't take, if you can take a 2-year-old and teach him to be a soldier, that's really basically where you start off with these guys. I mean, because the education level is, and I'm talking about adults, for a male, his education level is probably about 4th or 5th grade.
All right.
You know, so it's some trying times trying to train these guys, but you know,
so
it's what it is.
You, how long have you been there?
I've been going back and forth to Afghanistan since 2006. 2006 to 2008, took a break and then went back late 9, straight into a couple months ago. Came back about October 24th.
So, let me get this right now. You train the Afghanistan border police.
Yeah.
So if you're training them, that means you must have had some combat experience yourself.
As far as my want to know, my family know,
yeah,
I just do paperwork.
Okay.
And peace of mind is, you know, that's what they need.
Okay.
The 99% really, truly of it is pure border. But you have that 1% when things just fall totally apart.
Right. And that's when, I would imagine, that's when your training kicks in and you do what you got to do.
Well, training through repetition. You do something over and over and over again in the heat of the moment or at the spur of the moment, instinct, and your training automatically kicking. Okay. You know, if you train to drink water, then when it's time to drink water, it's just a normal occurrence. But the goal is to shoot, move, and communicate. And as long as you shoot, moving, and communicating, you know, you stand a chance.
Interesting. So I see you're working on your piece for New Year's.
Yes, yeah. The majority of it I did before I arrived. Like, once I get here, I really just putting on final touches and decorations.
All right.
I mean, the hard work is done prior to really coming home. Because usually when I get home, I have a real short window from arrival to Bay Street to back on the plane. So it's in the final stages. A little bit more decorating and attaching some feathers and
ready to
things
go.
as things. You know,
Right.
chips will fall where they may.
You know, One Family had a strong performance Boxing Day, and the way things look like you're coming even stronger, or just as strong at least. How you feel about it?
Really and truly, I think I'm at the stage now where Junkanoo is just a stress reliever and a stress break from the normal daily activity stuff.
Yeah.
I always think One Family is a group that's ready for the presentation, ready to be a contender. You know, I don't know the behind the scenes on how the system works when it comes to overall tally and the scores, but you know, the judges say second. A couple more days, they'll have to come up with another result because it's going to be a brand new parade all over again.
Well, you definitely seem to have the crowd support, and it seems to be growing.
I think I wasn't home for Junkanoo last year. I actually watched Boxing Day, Junkanoo, that's the Junkanoo from your work.
Yeah.
You know, from
Appreciate
pulling it up on YouTube. And trust me, if you take not a Junkanoo fan, but take a Junkanooer and put them in another part of the world, being able to tap into a computer and pull up YouTube and see different clips of Junkanoo, either a couple hours after it happened or a couple of days, trust me. And I don't know if you ever saw any of the comments I posted on it.
Yeah.
But spreading Junkanoo, just seeing spreading it from Bay Street to out east, or spreading it from Nassau into the Family Island.
It's worldwide.
But worldwide. Imagine how many Bahamians, and I know not only talking about Junkanooers, but Junkanoo fans that can pull up YouTube and see some clips from the Hugo manager.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Probably need to put you on the payroll for a cameraman, because trust me, your footage, in my estimation, is a whole lot better than what ZNS is putting out there. You know, because I mean, you deep down inside the back of groups.
Yeah.
When you way out in front of the banner, it's.
Well, what happens really, right? I have a passion for it, and besides that, my viewers communicate with me. People like yourself, they send me emails and they tell me what they want to see.
All right.
You know, so I gotta go get the shot, because I got a bunch of people all over the world putting in their requests to say, well, I want to see more brass. I want to see when the group's lining up. I want to see Ross and Square. So I gotta move.
And moving you doing.
Yeah.
Moving you doing. I see you in action on Boxing Day. So it's definitely there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's I mean, you and the whole JNN crew, trust me, y'all don't know the effect from outside, on the other side of the waters, in little small crevices around the world.
I would imagine you show off our footage to your friends and colleagues.
And trust me,
how do they react to it?
It's we all know it's the world's greatest parade. What they can figure out in their mind, in you taking cardboard, wire, some glue, some crepe paper, and some dye. And I always explain it to them. You take every worldwide major event, from the World Cup to the NBA Finals, everything else, put that all in one, and you almost have the excitement of a Junkanoo when they're getting ready to walk onto the platform for Junkanoo. And that's just the way I see it.
Yes, it is a wonderful feeling.
You know, I did I think it was Boxing Day 2007 or 8. I think I was in town maybe 24 hours. Went from the airport, brother-in-law picked me up, and we went to Bay.
Yeah.
And I remember Silbert from One Family.
Talking to brother-in-law, give him a shout out.
Eric, you better do the right thing, my boy. Just do the right thing. Doing a good job, but you better keep doing the right thing. Silbert came up to me. I was standing on the corner of, well, in the area where Cliffy Barber Shop was.
Yeah.
Leaning up on the wall, more so inside of an alley. And he walked up and he was like, "You all right?" And just coming fresh from Afghanistan, where, you know, not being in big major crowds, I was almost uncomfortable. I had to explain it myself. And you home, ain't no problems home. Ain't nobody in this crowd right here. Everybody trying to get to the hole to get inside the ring. But it was a thing I had to deal with within myself to say, hey, that's there. Now you home. You know. So there's some balancing I have to do once in a while to sort things out. Other than that, Junkanoo is my escape. Junkanoo is my escape. And when it comes to pasting away, that's taking my shot from out east, the fearless shot, and putting it in Afghanistan, or putting it in Georgia where I going to live at, and saying, look, this is your escape. This is what you're getting ready for.
Where you are.
Yeah, the shock. My shock is a mindset, man. It's all in the mind. A couple of years back, Arlene did an article, and it was titled "Coconut Nikes," because I was actually pasting some tennis shoes. I was pasting them white, fringing white paper, And this fellow was like, what you doing, man? You messing with a good pair of shoes. So he brand name and was telling everybody, I can come see Ferguson pacing some coconut Nikes. You know, but the shocking might to me is inside the mind. One, you go escape all your troubles, all your worries is now right in front of you on your costume.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
Express yourself through your hard work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a nice piece you got here. I like the choice of bordering with the measuring tape. Well,
my sister in Junkanoo is careless, and you know, going back and forth, I'd asked Devin a couple of questions what the New Year's theme was, and you hear fashion, you know, what I gonna wear.
Yeah. So
I figure I'll try to be a tailor and make it work. I can make something.
Yeah.
So, and Junkanoo is any junk will do. So, my measuring tape border, I'll be measuring something on New Year's morning.
I noticed Boxing Day you had your confetti gun. That was a nice little hype, little tool to create some hype.
And I'll tell you a secret that confetti gun. So I really had that for years, long time, and that's almost my free ticket to getting right there in the tunnel of the music. You know, because the marshals will tell you quick. Yeah. Everybody up front.
Yeah, you know.
But I figured
doesn't get in the way of that music.
I figured put my confetti gun. A couple of minutes later, I could drift back, put a shot in the air, and they'd be like, you know what? Leave this fella right here. We can use that as to hype the crowd up. So got it out of an unknown location. I can't tell you that because that's a family secret. Can't let that drift off into other groups. You know, they want a confetti gun, they didn't have to do like I had to do.
Yeah.
Figure out where it was, buy it, and bring their own. But for right now, and trust me, at least for 10 years, I was surprised that other groups didn't come out with a confetti launcher.
From time to time, I've seen confetti guns in other
groups.
Yeah, but I've never seen one as small as yours and compact.
Yeah. Ancient Junkanoo secret. We can leave that right where that is.
Okay. Right.
So, but on the flip side of things, you know, I hear a lot of folks saying Junkanoo change and it's going to carnival, but to me, it's just still another work of art in its beauty.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You know, as time goes on, a lot of things change. You know, each generation brings forth a new how should I put it? Just a whole new bunch of different changes. You know,
yeah, some for the good, some for the bad. But
you could say Junkanoo changing, but when you look at what we have now, before that it was crepe paper and sponge and bush, and we now dealing with crepe paper. So
I don't think we can get no more sponge and bush on Bay Street. We can leave that to stay.
I don't think so.
I ain't even getting back to that.
I don't think so.
You know, I don't think we going back to that. So I know I wouldn't be in there. I won't be tying no maple tree or no coconut attached to me going down Bay Street. I'll stick with what we got.
What you think with the length of the parade?
The length? I think as soon as we get some folks in place that can look at the parade and say, you know what, you have Junkanooers and you have spectators. Yeah. The parade is really for spectators. Yeah. The preparation is Junkanooers, but the show is for the spectators. Yeah. Now, I haven't watched Junkanoo in many moons, but listening to spectators talk about a 45-minute gap or hour wait for another group.
As a participant, you can't appreciate that.
No.
But I'm sure what you can appreciate is after you then rush and you rest and you get cool and you wait and you're ready to go. That is basically the same thing. Yeah,
I mean, there's another hour wait down in the rest area. Yeah. But after that performance from Frederick to Elizabeth, you can need at least about a 30-45 minutes before you take it back off.
Yeah.
The length of the parade, maybe that's way above my head. But I look into it that we went from getting results at 9. I mean, this past parade right now, it was 2 o'clock and Saxons were still rushing. Yeah. So you really looking at a 12, 14, 15 hour parade.
Easy.
Now, is it a good thing? In my opinion, I think it could be a lot shorter. But, you know, the powers that be, whoever sit back and say, well, a category group need 90 minutes. That's their decision. I'm just here to
enjoy yourself.
To put my 2 feet on Bay Street, come to get me, and have a good time on Bay. What do you think with the lane of the parade?
Well,
you out there for a day and a half anyway.
People always ask me who I rush in, right? When they hear I'm involved with John Cruz, what group you with? And my response is always, I rush with all.
Yeah.
And they scratch their trying to figure out what do you mean by that? You know? So when I break it down, the fact that I don't rush, but you know, to run up and down behind every group, it is a challenge. It is a challenge. It's not easy. This year I tried to get a little workout in to prepare myself, but I didn't do that this year. I did a lot more partying this year, so I was very much winded. And the land of the parade, I tried to cover everything from start to finish. I wasn't able to do that this year. You know, I apologize to you guys. You're not going to see as much footage from me as you are accustomed to, but it's only me one. You know, and if anybody out there want to step forward and assist, I would greatly appreciate it. You know, but I feel like I'm doing something that needs to be done. So
the story has to be told, and I agree with that, and that's why I say, when you look at, if it wasn't for JNN, the chances of really tying into live coverage on ZNS on the internet, according to what's going on, it might not happen.
Well, you know, to give ZNS some credit, I noticed they have started a YouTube channel, so you can check that out, and they have a lot of stories pertaining to jumping as well as other news stuff that they're covering. They're putting it out there, so you can find some stuff. For instance, the results, they covered the results. While they got the results, I was home sleeping, buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Taking a day off?
Yeah, taking my time off. I did number picking. Okay. So that's the first time I ever did that, and I think I'll try to keep that up. But
yeah, I think number picking was, trust me, when I hit that on YouTube, and you know, I finally figured out how to subscribe to your, when you post something, automatically come to me now. So it's, that was a good added feature.
Yeah.
Is number picking. You better get on that results New Year's morning though.
I can try.
Don't be cutting. You can't do number picking and then you don't want to come out different results. We need the whole. While everybody's putting out a request, let me put a request out there. You can compile all of the clips off of YouTube, press the DVD. Once I get ready to head back, find you, take me a disc. I get the whole 2011, 2012, or 13 and 14 parade on a DVD. JNN, Junkanoo Parade. Wow.
Boy, you must be a prophet. Watch out, coming.
I'm gonna be looking for it. But the I really keep a low profile. In fact, really and truly, this is my first time really even putting Junkanoo and Afghanistan in the same mix. A couple of years back, I bumped into a fellow with Sil from One Family that worked for ZNS. He was like, "Are you sure you want to do an interview?" I was like, "Nah, I'm a low-key guy. Come, do my thing, and take off."
I think it was 2 years ago when your sister approached me about sending you a shout out.
Oh yeah.
I was very interested in meeting you from them, because I was like, wow, that means somebody is actually watching my footage all the way in Afghanistan.
All the way in at that time I was in a spot called Kandahar.
And you know, to correlate with that, on YouTube I have something called Insight, where I can see where my footage is being seen all over the world. I have about 70 countries, and one of them was Afghanistan, so that count for you, you know.
Yeah, that would have been me.
I was wondering if Bin Laden is in a cave somewhere watching.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
You know, he probably was watching some Junkanoo clips once in a while. Hopefully he was pulling for One Family. So, but I really try to really, you know, Afghanistan is one thing. But my tie to Junkanoo is something different. You know, folks want to know, like, a lot of guys come up, and you kill anybody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, that's the question people want to know.
It's me?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Yeah.
And there ain't no need for me to come home in the cargo spot and nobody playing.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's some people that's for what's going on, there's some people against it. I'm not a policy maker.
Yeah.
When you walk in my shoes or do the things that I have to do to survive, then you can be critical.
Yeah.
So I really keep it more so in the background. You know, I have a lot of some friends on Facebook or shoot me email, be like, where you at?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm at where I'm at, doing what I do.
Yeah.
But I try to keep it separate. Don't really put it in the limelight.
There's nothing to brag about.
No. It's just like the person that works anywhere. You go to work, you do your job, you come home. Now, customer service might not be up to the level that the person that's receiving it might want it. And they can criticize all they want, but I don't know what you're going through on a daily basis to do what you have to do. So just because when I walk up, it's not to the part they want it, you know, don't make neither here nor there. So I ain't looking forward to going back. I'm only looking forward to the next couple of days on bait.
Yeah.
You know, my war is on bait because I know for a fact some of the guys we train and some of the guys that we fight.
Wow.
And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, you have 300 guys come to a gate for training. There's going to be some guys that really there because they figure their country need to go in a different direction. Mm-hmm. But there's some guys that's coming there and being sent there unwillingly. Mm-hmm. They come, they do their time. You know, there's been many occasions the day they graduate. The day they graduate is the night we get rocketed. Wow. It ain't no coincidence.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. And as long as they don't get me, I'll be home for jumping. That's the added feature. My mother will always tell me, well, you don't come home to see your family, you come home for jumping. So I tell you now, mommy, I just come home to see you first. I don't be home long, but I get in jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how that goes.
There you have it, folks. That's the power. That's the power of this thing called jumping. This is something we take for granted. It's very powerful. You got a whole soldier coming home from the war just to rush. How you feel with what's going on in the country now with all the violence and stuff, all the crime?
Well, Hugo, that's. I mean, I left in December '86. Mm-hmm. That's when I joined the military first.
1986. Yeah, wow.
December 2nd, 1986.
Yeah.
And times in Nassau have definitely changed from when I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's in the water. I have no clue. But I know the power of John Canoe. If some of these fellas would get inside the shop, then they'll have something positive going on. But hopefully sooner or later they'll slow down.
How do you think we could get them in the shop?
Well, you know, that's a good question. Because this addiction.
Or even if we could get some of them to help me do what I do.
You got to be a different. It got to be something they gotta. You have to be willing to change first, or do something positive. Yeah. Before you start going down there. If you ain't willing to do it, or willing to take that step, you know, somebody could beat your head open all day and say, "Do this." Yeah. But my mom was strict growing up. You know, she's strict still to this day. Yeah. And my main contribution would be to say, hey, if parents would be parents, some of the things won't be happening the way they happen nowadays. But it's sad to see, man. I mean, June of this year, I'm emailing a guy, a friend of mine, he was like, the murder count at that point was 60. And he was like, well, I bet you before Christmas it'll be 120, because we still have another 6 months to go. Yeah. And last time I checked, I think it was like 123 in the Bahamas. You know, but the whatever these youths are doing these days, man, something drastically has to. And I have no clue what the answer could be. You know, you can hold parents accountable and say, well, if your child do this, you can penalize the parent, but that don't work in other countries, so I can't expect that. But something has
to be done.
The crime is, I will tell you, when I land in Nassau, and I come out the airport and get inside the car, my jewelry come off. And my jewelry don't go back on. And I don't walk around with money in my pocket, with my wallet, until it's time to get back in the car and go to the airport. You know, because you have to put certain things in place to protect yourself. And when I hear about this cash for gold business going on, you know, there's no need for me to walk around with jewelry on. There's no need for me to walk around with a wallet. All I need is a driver's license and $5 to buy me some crack on. You know, but yeah, crime is, in little old Bahamas, crime is definitely serious.
Folks, we got to ease up on that. We got to do something. We got to do better. It's a small country. We don't need all this drama we be having. You know, and it's a beautiful place. Everybody in the world wants to come here.
Trust me. And in the big scope of things, even though there's issues and problems here in the Bahamas, one thing I can tell you, ain't nobody driving around in a car full of bombs, ain't nobody riding around with RPGs in the trunk, ain't nobody just blowing up nobody for no reason. So yeah, we have some problems, but when I look at it in the big scheme, I still say, we still ain't got no serious problems. You know, you riding around down the road, and shouts up here, in Canada, and you look over, and you see little boys. And when I say little boys, they're talking 8, 9, 10-year-olds. That's all. That's a whole different thing to look at. You know, so I go down and whatever they figure is the baddest part of town. I ain't gonna be no little 7, 8-year-old boys running around there with no vest on. So we still ain't got no serious problems. But the love thy neighbor definitely have to come back.
Yeah, definitely. Well, brother, it was nice talking with you, and I appreciate your support. Folks, this guy's been one of my biggest fans and supporters, and I've recently had an opportunity to meet him face to face. We've always communicated online. He sent me a message. He let me know what I need to do, what he want to see.
Suggestions.
You know?
Suggestions.
And to all of you out there who've been doing likewise, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hugo, I appreciate it, and got to give a shout out to Top Class. Get your mind right. Wait, that fella crazy, boy. Love yourself. Top Class. All well, all well. And Paparazzi, Kevin, we used to shoot marble together, boy. You getting big. You getting big.
There you have it. JNN. Out.